Good morning, everybody. Today we need help from the public in identifying some very violent individuals that came through this parking lot last night. I say individuals because we don't know. At this point, we could have one suspect, we could have more. But what we do know at this point is we have a family of 5 that are down on their luck and homeless as of right now, sleeping in their car right here in this parking lot. The family of 5 includes the dad, the mom, and 3 young children. They have T-shirts on the windows to cover the windows so that they can sleep. About 4:30 in the morning, the dad wakes up and sees headlights. Another vehicle comes into the parking lot, and all of a sudden shots ring out and start getting fired at the family's vehicle. The dad yells for everyone to get down, yells for the kids to get down, and once the vehicle flees, he realizes his wife is shot. She got shot in the head, but by the grace of God, the children did not get hit, and she was only grazed, and she's in stable condition, thankfully. The children are with a family member right now nearby, but the mom and the dad are at St. Joe's, and the mom is recovering from her injuries. We are actively scanning the area for any leads, suspects, suspect vehicles, anyone that may have seen anything. Unfortunately, we're not coming up with a lot. But we know that there's people out there that know who may have hurt this family. As far as we can tell at this point, this may just be a random act of violence, which is extremely troubling for me coming into this position several months ago with a focus on stopping violent crime and stopping gun violence. Again, a family, especially that's down on their luck, to be targeted by these violent criminals the way they were last night cannot be tolerated in the city of Tampa. And again, I'm appealing to the public, for anyone that may know anything, to please reach out. You do not have to have your identity shared. You can call Crime Stoppers. Your identity will be preserved. You will not have to leave your name. Again, you can call Crime Stoppers and you can leave your tip and we can work on it without your name ever being involved. That's all I have. Does anybody have any questions?
Do you know how old those kids are, the 3 kids you mentioned?
Yes. 9-year-old girl, 4-year-old boy, and a 3-year-old girl, and mom is 9 weeks pregnant.
Is the baby okay?
Yes, again, she was grazed in the head, so she's very lucky that she's gonna fully recover from her injuries. But this could have been a very different situation. 9, 4, and 3, and mom's pregnant.
How many bullets were in the car?
We're not sure, but we know it was multiple.
Do you have any surveillance video?
That's what we're looking for. We obviously are canvassing local businesses, local residents, and then obviously appealing to anyone that may have seen anything. This was at 4:30 in the morning, so it's not like there was a lot of people out here.
When you're talking with this family, is this a specific location that they would typically sleep in this parking lot on a
They've
daily
on-
basis?
Good question. They've only been in the Tampa area for the last 3 days. They did originally reside in Tampa and they moved out of state for the last several months, but they were just back in Tampa. There's a family member nearby that didn't have room for them, so they were staying in the car.
Do you believe that they could have been targeted?
We're working through that. Obviously, we're working on leads, but everything right now indicates that this is random, and that's just disturbing.
Because they were here in this parking lot, the windows were covered. They don't live here or didn't live here a couple weeks ago, so
Right, who would know them? You know, and we're looking into that because there is family in Tampa and there are some ties to Tampa, but what we can tell right now is that they were not targeted.
the public and people living nearby, I know there's a school over there, kids are in the playground. Should we tell people to be on alert?
Well, I mean, I think people need to be on alert no matter what, right? I think that, you know, people being cognizant of their surroundings, you know, obviously being safe, you know, with their families and whatnot. But I wouldn't say at this point there's any danger to the community.
Can you talk about this area a little bit?
Sure. We did some research before this morning, and we have not had a lot of violence in this neighborhood. We actually just hosted our most recent violent crime forum that I have every few months, just a few blocks north of here, to try to deter any violent crime. But no, this is not a violent neighborhood.
Do you have any kind of description at all as to what he was looking at, or I don't know? It just seems rather fast that it all happened so fast.
It did happen very fast. There was a witness a couple of blocks down that may have seen a dark colored two-door sedan leave the area. But again, that's vague, and it's also not, identified as the suspect vehicle. We're hoping to get more leads. We need the public to help us. We need whoever knows, anything that would help us lead to the identity of getting these violent criminals off the street to let us know, and we're happy to, again, keep it confidential.
Did they want anything? Were they trying to rob this family?
No, there was nothing more than just the vehicle pulled up, shots fired, and then they left. There was no verbal interaction. Nobody was even seen. So we don't know if it's one or multiple
Where was
suspects.
the car parked?
Right behind you.
Last question.
And was there anything that prompted those folks to maybe shoot them? Were there lights on? How did they know there were folks inside?
The car was running. And again, the car was kind of like concealed, having the T-shirts, and they had like a sun visor in the front. So it's not like the suspect would have even known who they were, which again makes this a bit disturbing that it could have been just random. Yes, and that's unfortunate right now. As you know, homelessness is, a problem in the United States right now, and this family just happens to be down on their luck and living in their car for the last 3 days. We got on this though, not only from a police standpoint, but from a social service standpoint. And we had our homeless liaisons and our other city departments work with the family this morning in order to come up with a voucher for choice properties to put them up for the next week or more. So we do have a place for the family to go once she's released from the hospital.
Last question.
Choice properties, yes, sir. Thank you, everybody.